What's up, everybody? This is your boy Malcolm Banks, aka Mr. Fandoms. Just for clarity, I am an entrepreneur, a podcaster, and a man of many, many talents.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Just for Clarity with Kayla. I'm with my really, really good friend Malcolm, and we are going to have a show for you today. So, Malcolm, please tell me what you do, what you love.
What's up, y'all? Look at me. Let me tell you something. Just for clarity, if you did not know who I be, I am Malcolm Banks. I am the master of things. Not only am I a podcaster, but I am a full-time entrepreneur of the shirt shop of custom clothing and apparel. Shout out to Big Baby Apparel Outline. We got it right now. And I also own a media and clerical business, so I'm always doing commercials and running people's social medias. And I do a lot of stuff. I'm always busy. And I just started a new job working for the news station. It's a lie. It's a lie.
All the stuff. All the information. All right, Malcolm. So today I really want to focus on Fandoms Anonymous. If you guys are not following him on Facebook, Instagram, all that is there. Please go and watch his stuff. It is very, very funny. It is very, very entertaining. And if you love comics, you love DC, you love Marvel, that is the place to be, okay? All right, so we're going to hop into some questions here with you about Fandoms Anonymous. Like, how did it come about?
Oh, man. All right, so let's go back. Let's go way back, 2016. 2015, I was with a group that I had co-founded. And then they started doing some, what type of language can I use here?
Light language.
Like, they was doing some negacity.
Oh, what did you say? Oh,
I said the negacity. To do the things that they was doing, and I said, I don't want to be bothered with that no more. So when I left, I announced I was leaving, and everybody came to me and was like, man, when you gonna do a review on this? Doctor Strange had just did Doctor Strange just come out? Yeah, Doctor Strange just came out that fall. Man, when you gonna do a review on Doctor Strange? I want to see you do this. Man, when you gonna do a review on this? This show just dropped their last season from that, and I was like, people must really still want to see what I personally got to say.
Yeah.
So I created the name, I put it together, and it's just been going ever since. You know, we went from just reviewing movies and TV shows on the back of an ironing board, because I didn't have a tripod back then. And I was, we gonna make this thing work.
There you go.
Microphones or nothing. So, you know, the ironing board got the little thing at the top. So I would put the phone down in the little spot up there and lean the ironing board on the table, and that's how I used to record my video. You know, so we went from that to interviewing celebrities, to going to these major conventions, right, to during COVID when there were no conventions, me actually doing virtual conventions and panels with celebrities. So I'm in my office interviewing Malcolm in the Middle, the whole cast of Walker Texas Ranger. Mm-hmm. You know, from going to that to moving back home and winning an award for my podcast, the best local podcast, to going to all these different concerts, covering concerts. It just moved from thing to thing, to getting a contract to do all the video and media for the football stadium down here. Yeah. It's just continued to grow and grow and grow, and I'm proud of it.
Yes, big moves. Okay, it starts off as something small, and then, you know, you have a big following. You have a lot of people, like you said, they want to hear what you have to say,
right? And
it just begins to grow, and it gets to like thrive and flourish. So I'm definitely glad to see it. Like it's so dope, super dope. So how would you say, like, you've been influenced, you know, when you started Fandom Anonymous, or when you were doing your reviews or doing your conversations? How do you feel like you've been influenced?
Oh, it was by the people. First by the people, secondly by the content. Because the people will let you know what they want to hear or not.
Absolutely.
You know, if the people wasn't watching The Flash, you'll pick up on the fact that they're not watching your Flash review video. So let's
Right.
pull back from that. Let's do every other episode on an important episode. And just seriously, the people will let you know, like, hey, I like that video you did about XYZ.
Yeah.
So then you go into that. That's the video you do. That's the video you push. Not saying overkill it, not saying overkill that content, because there's a distinct way you can overkill something just because somebody say they like it. Or y'all like the grits I be making, but I make them every day. We tired of eating grits.
Right. Right.
We tired of eating grits. Let's move to pancakes. You know what I'm saying?
So when we're talking about that, like, how often do you go to different conventions, or you go out to interview or music conventions and things like that? How often do you do your traveling?
So back before I had real responsibilities, we would go like 8 cons a year, but they would be respectively in the immediate area. We've been as far as Huntsville for a convention in Huntsville. We have one that we do consistently in Pensacola. But each year we say we want to travel out more. We got one we do in New Orleans every year. Of course, we love that because we get to eat good, walk up bourbon. So we try to do at least 4 cons a year now.
Okay.
So we've only done one so far this year. Mardi Gras came up and kind of swamped us down. Mardi Gras is full-fledged into that. But I know our next one we plan on doing is Ranger Stop and Pop. So it's a Power Rangers convention in Atlanta.
Okay.
In June. And I might, since you in Atlanta, I might have to, swing you some passes to give.
Come on, we can go together because I'm gonna go get a suit.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to swing you some passes so you can give away on your podcast.
Yeah, we can do that. And then look, I'm gonna be dressed up. Are you gonna dress up?
I'll be on the business side, so I
want a little shirt because I know you got the helmet. I've seen the helmet now.
Yeah. I got to keep the helmet locked down. But yeah, I'm deeply connected with Nakia Maurice, who played the yellow Zeo Power Ranger and the yellow Turbo Power Ranger, and Karen Ashley, who was the first female black Yellow Ranger.
Look, this is why it's so important for y'all to watch these podcasts and follow on YouTube, like, follow, and subscribe, because look, we giving away free stuff. Now you get to go and have fun.
And that convention be nice. Yeah. It'd be nice. Power Rangers in Atlanta, can't beat that.
You're gonna see a whole bunch of people. You're gonna see all the different versions of the Power Rangers.
All of them. They be there.
It's about 50-11 of them.
They be there. 30 years. It's 30 years this year.
Yeah, absolutely. So since we're talking about just like what's good, what's better, DC or Marvel? Like, what's your professional opinion on what's better? And you can't say, "Ooh, this is hard." Somewhere in the middle.
I got my answer. It's ready.
All right, let's go.
All right, DC is better in animated stuff. All of their animated is great. It's amazing because they have an actual storyline and plot, and they literally took a TV show and stretched it out into animated movies and series that went all the way up to about 2 years ago, and then they restarted and they're doing a new path of animated movies that are not based on the previous. But for some reason, they can't apply that same thing to the movies.
They get lost. They do get a little lost when it comes to the movies.
Because if y'all with me, y'all know we watched Justice League. We watched Justice League Unlimited. Mm-hmm. Those two go back to the Batman animated series and the Superman animated series. Those two shows jumped off into Justice League Unlimited.
Yeah. And
all the other sub shows that came with it, and then slid off into the animated movie universe.
Right.
So how we got it just branched out, and created a beautiful story until the Flash had to erase everything by running back in time. And then they say, okay, we're finna do something new. Fine, but this was beautiful that y'all gave us. Why can't you do that same thing with the movies? Now, if we go on movies, everybody know the MCU.
It's Marvel.
Everybody know the MCU do what it do. You know, that we ain't saying that we're not saying they're batting 1,000, but at the end of the day, they got a line, They got a script, they got a mindset, and they follow it.
There you go.
And they got one person in charge. DC is just finally doing that. And I trust the person that's in charge. It's James Gunn. You know James Gunn? James Gunn did all of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. So you know what he doing.
I'm a very avid reader when it comes to like novels, like comics, manga. Like I'm very, very tough to that, right? So especially something that I'm like really, really drawn to, I want you to be able to interpret it the way that I remember it when I read the story, right? But I also want that entertainment piece of it that's like, wow, that definitely kind of like expounded on like what I read and made the character even bigger or made the situation even bigger.
Right.
But I feel like sometimes like DC just kind of they miss that. They miss that a little bit, and then they just kind of like fall flat. And I'm like, oh man, like I see the effort. The effort was cute, right? Like it made me smirk, but it didn't really give me the smile I had when I was like reading the comic. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like what I look for, especially when it comes to reading manga and stuff. Like
DC is like I made a post on Facebook. I was walking back in the house, and these little kids was out there playing. They started talking to me. DC is like they doing something, but they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
So I'm getting ready to walk in the house. Little girl said, "We got Pop-Tarts." I said, "You do?" I said, "What flavor? Strawberry?" And she looked over at her mama like, "Yeah." This year I was got to look to somebody. Are we doing what we supposed to be doing? Is this really?
Yeah, you need some confirmation. Like, yeah, that's what we. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Mom, we strawberry. Yeah, it was strawberry.
So tell me about the reviews and the conversation series that you have with Fandom Anonymous. A lot of them are like super freaking hilarious, like when all you guys and stuff get together, and also when you have the reviews of like the movies that have come out. Tell me like how you put that together, or what was even your favorite review or your favorite conversation series.
So we don't do scripts. I know people think that we do. We just turn the camera on and just
go. Just go.
We just go. Like
you let it fly.
Came out of a movie, and don't let the movie have been bad. You just gave us 12 cans of gasoline and 6 packs of bottle rockets. It's really about to go in one match. That's all we need is one match, and that match was that movie. And we just go like, and that's what makes it unique, because you can tell that for people who actually know, you can tell that we not sitting down, hey everybody, welcome to the show. Yeah. This is what we about to do, and this is what we gonna talk about.
Yeah.
You know, with the camera cuts on, and we are after the little intro. If we do an intro, we already clowning.
Yeah. From
the jump, you know, because that's what the people are used to. That's what the people. And of course, every once in a while, depending on the topic or if it's a one-on-one interview, of course we have to switch that on and switch that off.
Yeah.
You know, I'm still gonna get my jokes out, even if it's in a professional setting. I'm cracking something. You know, it just has to happen.
Yeah.
It has to happen. My favorite thing is whenever we are in Bienva Square, which is a park down here in downtown Mobile. Mm-hmm. I know somebody's going to interrupt it. So, I just know it's going to happen.
Which I do.
I just be prepared for it. Now, the person I'm interviewing don't ever be prepared for it. One of my favorite ones was this lady. Now, I was sitting, guy I'm interviewing, he's talking. Mm-hmm. I'm always watching it in my peripheral. You know what I'm saying? I'm always... I see the lady get out her car. The lady gets out her car, off her wheelchair and get out her car. I see them walking, and I'm still just, you know, okay, yeah, you know, and I see the lady come around this way. Okay,
being nice.
Me, I'm still engaged.
Yeah,
he freezes. The lady walks up, taps the tripod and says, "Excuse me, baby, where you get this from?" So now the video goes like this. "Excuse me, baby, where you get this from?" I said, "Oh, I got that from off of off from Dirt Cheap. You know, I said, but that was some years ago. That was, okay. I like what you're doing. Okay, yes, ma'am. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So she walks off, and I'm just still sitting there like this. And he looking like he don't know whether to laugh or cry. I said, Brownie.
It's all right. It's okay. Tell me a little bit about the Power Ranger series. I know that's your thing. That is your thing. The Power Ranger series is your thing. It's a lot of love in there. Tell me about that.
You couldn't have told 3-4-year-old Mac sitting in front of their TV with their red Power Ranger footed pajamas that my sister said the feet had got bust out in it. So because I was too big for it, but I put it on every Saturday morning to watch Power Rangers. You could have told me that I would be sitting up interviewing the cast of villains who play in Power Rangers. You could have told me that these people be emailing me about certain stuff, and we have full conversations when I see them at a convention. Like, not just no, oh, you're a fan. Hey, thank you for watching. But it's like, hey, how you been?
Yeah.
Everything but all right. You know what I'm saying? Like, full-fledged conversation. You couldn't told me.
Know you and
yeah.
Yes. Wow.
You couldn't have told me this stuff. You could have told me that I would meet the Green Ranger. You know what I'm saying? And have an hour-long video with him. Yeah. Talking about God and his faith in Christ and all, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, you could have told me those things all those years ago. And to look at it now, it's a blessing and an opportunity where you show yourself approved in a situation. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got so many people who have opportunity like I have, and they try to get over and they try to gain something from it. It's not about that. It's, hey, this is me for real. I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nothing from y'all. Y'all just do a minute-and-a-half video with me. I'll be fine. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And if somebody on the internet try to show y'all, I'm going in on them, so y'all don't have to look bad. Like it's real. Mm-hmm. It's so real. When I pull up at a convention and they halfway across the line waving, you know, it's like, what? Right. They're my people, man. They're my people.
I know exactly how you feel. With my when I interview Slim Wave, a lot of people know who Slim Wave is because he's a famous producer. You know what I'm saying? He's worked with Diddy, worked with Drake, and worked with all these high profile people, like Mary J. Blige, and like you said, people see them and like, wow, like it's this person, and then when I see it, I'm like, that's my guy,
right?
That's my person, like that's my homie, and it's a blessing. Like I was saying, like previously, like it's a blessing to know these people, and it's a blessing that they know, and you know that it's all, like you said, it's all real love.
And,
like you care about them, and they care about what you're doing just as much as you do. All right, Malcolm. Last question I got for you: manga or comics?
Comics. Comics. Every day. My first comics I read, and this one made me fall in love with the characters. I used to get my comics not from the comic book store, but from the library.
Yeah.
So they weren't hardback. They were that the little strips in the back. Not hard, but kind of still soft at the same time. And they would have a lot of Flash and Green Lantern comics.
Yeah. So
that's what I would get from the library, and I would just gorge myself in them and get like 5 or 6 at a time and go home and read them. So I've always been into comics. I picked up a manga one time. I said, nope, they read backwards.
Because it's a special way you gotta read. It's a special way you gotta read manga. You can't just like hop into manga because you have to read it like left. Not left to right. It's right to left, and then down and over.
Barney told me I was special, but I wasn't that special.
Not to get it. It's not that bad. It's really not that bad. But you just have to find one that you like really and truly interested in, and then it'll be worth the read.
What does Bruce say? It looks good on you.
All right. I guess we're gonna meet in the middle there because I'm manga all day, baby.
Hey,
or the manhwa, that's the Korean anime.
See, That's why you see you spitting all that. That's why I look good on you. It's for you. It's for you, baby.
All right. I got something for you.
Oh.
Dun, dun, dun. We're going to play a game.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Question Roulette with Kayla. Now, back to you, me.
We're going to play a game on the Just for Clarity podcast with Kayla.
There we go. I love that. I'm going to keep that part.
Yeah.
Just know that's going to be on there. You ready?
Let's do it.
All right, first question. Who was the raggediest Power Ranger?
In terms of what? The way they look? They trade.
The way they look, or I would just say in like the fight scenes, because some of their fight scenes was real bad.
Okay. There was one on Power Rangers RPM. His name was Ziggy. He was never really meant to be a Power Ranger, so he never really had any combat training, knew how to fight. So he did a lot of running and stuff. And that's how he ended up fighting people. Okay, go look it up. It's there. Ziggy RPM. He was the Green Ranger Series Green. The only reason he became Power Ranger is because he bonded himself with the Morpher so that the evil girl couldn't get him. That's it. Yeah. That was good series, though, by the way. It was a good season, by the way. But that boy trash.
So since that was a great question. So since we talked about the Green Ranger, do you remember the day that the Green Ranger turned into the White Ranger? Like, how did you feel on that?
Oh, the episode called The White Light, the power of white.
Yeah.
It sounds so bad, but man, look here. You thought that boy was going to lead the show. That boy had made the show. Them folks was in the office there. We got to find a way for him to come back. You know what I'm saying? And they did it. And I'm finna get put my glass down. So basically, over in Japan, there's a show called Super Sentai. People who don't know that. That's where all the Power Ranger footage comes from, all the fight scenes and all that. So that's where it originally comes from. So in the second season, what was our second season, which was their third season, quote unquote Power Rangers, they had a White Ranger that they used, and all the Zords and the suits matched that. So they basically said, okay, let's bring Jason David Frank back as the White Ranger, and then we just gonna use this footage from Japan and mix it all together so that we can find a reason for him to come back.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how they had.
Because everybody thought he had, like in the series, like he was dead, right? Like he had.
No, he just lost his power. He had no more power no more. The green, literally green. They had green on it. Just went whoop 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 whoop, and that was it.
It just went out.
It went out
like a light bulb. Just.
He didn't pay that light bill. He paid his power bill.
Right. All right. Okay. There we go. I see what you did there. I see. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I got you. You are wild, bro. He said.
I told you we'd be ready.
He said he didn't pay his power bill.
Yeah. I told you, I'm ready 24/7. Like, what Steve Rogers say? I can do this all day.
Bruh, this too.
You gotta clip that. You gotta clip that. Put a tease out there for the people.
Oh my God. Oh God. Marco. Bruh, you really? Okay, that was funny.
We with it all day. All day.
I'm gonna have to cut some of that out. Bro, you about to took me out. You about took me out, bro. Oh my God. Tears, bro. Oh my God. You took me out with that one. You oh wow, you took me out with that one.
Really? This is how you make content.
All right. What is the funniest thing that happened to you at a convention?
Oh boy, all right. So my boy Robert, when I first started pushing, because I was so tight knit with my baby. You know what I'm saying? So I said, okay, I gotta let this thing walk.
Yeah.
I gotta let it walk. And I would do all the editing, which I still do, which is not a problem for me. And I would do all the interviews and all that. But when we went to New Orleans last year, I just threw Robert in the fire and said, "You doing all the interviews this year?"
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't feeling too good, feeling too high. I don't feel too good. I don't like I never like get on camera when I'm like visibly showing I don't feel good. So I just got behind the camera. I just let him go.
Yeah.
And we were recording. And what we do at tons now, and it draws a crowd.
Yeah.
We would get our tripod, we would get in the middle of an aisle and just pull people.
Yeah.
People in costumes, people in cosplay, hey, come over here and do an interview with us.
I saw those.
And, you know, we just turn it into one big video or several different ones, you know, and then we just go with it. And this man of the Caucasoid Mountains steps in front of the video and all the way in front of the camera and just puts trash in the trash can. Now, don't get me wrong, we were by the trash can, but you should be broad enough to see people recording.
Yes.
So you could easily do one of these. You know what I'm saying?
Or find another trash can.
Which you still wouldn't have been in the camera. You know, of course we can't do nothing about the people that just walking back in the behind, you know what I'm saying? Because that's the purpose. Instead of putting up a backdrop, the backdrop is the people, the scene, you know what I'm saying? But you deliberately came in front of the camera, throw trash away. The look that Robert gave this man, and I ended up clipping it by itself. Robert looked at that man like he wanted to want to smack that man. So when I clipped it, I threw that B.I.B.I. I threw that put him up. And I slowed it down. Robert's face was like, no, this did. Man, so, and we get that a lot. We get that a lot, man, but it be funny, man. It be hilarious.
So actually, I think I'm really starting to like this question for all my guests, because I get so many different answers, and then I've gotten like one or two of the same answers. How do you use your Walmart bags?
Ooh, all right. So one way is you put all the bags inside the bag, and then because I do t-shirts, so people t-shirts be done, I just go grab a Walmart bag, put that t-shirt in it, you know, put it on in there. You know, another way I use my Walmart bags would be very interesting. That's how I get rid of my grease.
Yeah.
You put 5 or 6 Walmart bags in a Walmart bag together.
Somebody holding it, somebody pouring.
And you pour the grease in the main, the one that would be considered the 6th bag. And you tie it off tight. And then you throw it in your trash can. It's not gonna leak.
Them trash bags is dependable.
It's not gonna leak. That way, you want to go ahead and get rid of that old grease and use that pop for something else. You ain't waiting or depending on when you actually go take out the trash.
Yeah.
Get you about 6, 7, 8 Walmart bags, put them all in there together, pour that grease off up in there. Go on about your business.
Slap it in there. It's ready to go.
Go on about your business.
All right, because I freaking love the Power Rangers. And I watched it for a long time until they started making like 20 other versions, and I was like,
see, now you know why.
All right.
Whatever the footage is, that's what we got to do.
I had to let it go. I think I was with it, like when they did. I think they were just like, it was the original Power Rangers and then like the ninjas.
Oh yeah. Ninja Storm. That's my favorite.
I was hanging in it with that. But then when the next one, I was like, oh nah, bro, nah, man.
Yeah.
Nah.
I see. We weren't privy to that information here in the U.S., so it wasn't a deep understanding of why they were changing.
Yep.
If it was up to us, we would just have the same ones forever.
Mm-hmm.
But the footage, there's no more footage.
Yeah.
And then, of course, those people age out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know,
Somebody got to replace them.
Somebody.
They got to keep the brand and stuff going. And I'm sure it's probably a new Power Rangers out now, but
it definitely is.
I couldn't tell you.
It definitely is a new one. It come out on Netflix this summer.
See,
but there's an anniversary episode coming out, 30th anniversary episode. that drops on Netflix in April.
But I did see the movie though. I loved the movie. The movie was good.
It was a movie.
I really, really enjoyed the movie. And I was like, dang, my old behind sitting in here just.
I saw it 3 times. Yeah.
Don't teach me. And I was like, I'm mad because there's kids and stuff in there. I was like, this is not for y'all.
It's not for y'all.
Just like when what was that? The Incredibles came back out. The Incredibles.
Oh yeah. It's not y'all movie. It's not y'all sequel.
It's not for y'all.
Y'all movie is Frozen.
Right, like go in that theater. Don't come in here because we're trying to figure out what powers Jack got. Because we had to wait. we had to wait. We had to wait all that time to figure out what powers Jack got.
Yeah. You know, y'all movie is Frozen, okay? Even though I did go see Frozen 2 in theaters. It was great.
Stop that.
That movie was good.
Go to other theaters.
Yeah, I was in both of them. That girl she saw her behind off in that second movie though.
Yeah.
And Into the Unknown, but that's a banger.
Ooh, baby. Have you heard Panic by the Disco scene?
Ooh, you already know I've been on that.
I'm trying to look. Don't let me band talk.
That girl had me saying she had tears in my eyes when she started Into the Unknown. I said, oh, she tried to find herself, and at that time I was trying to refine myself too. I said, I am adapt to what you do, what you got going on in your life.
It's a binge-worthy song, 100%.
It is.
Like I was hitting that song for a long time. Then I was like,
that song could be they need to sing it at church in the morning.
Yeah. Not at church. Well, there you go, because you know, walking with Jesus sometimes is into the unknown. Yeah. You walking by faith. All right, y'all. So this has been another episode of Just for Clarity. We are so grateful to have Malcolm on here, the master of things.
This episode was brought to you by the letter K for Kayla.
Hey. All right, y'all. This has been another ITV Creations. Peace.